Nozzle heats up and the plastic it flows. A creation takes form as the live stream goes. Heart of a maker with a tech-savvy show. Designs in the making, see the hotbed aglow. It's Shenanigans 3D on the digital stage. With each layer printed, he's the maker. The mage. Spinning gears, let's start the show. Layer by layer, we watch it grow. A twitch in time with shenanigans flow. Chaos reigns with a fiery glow. We're live, we crash. Now watch closely as the filament spins. A wild ride where the line between fails and wins. Accidental art when the plastic rebels. Shenanigans 3D, he's breaking all the levels on the edge of tech, where the sparks may fly. In the streamer's den, there's no limit to the sky. Every stream's a gamble, roll the fiery dice. Pushing limits, bending rules, not one to think twice. Heartbeat pulses with each print he creates. While the chat's wild wonder in suspense they wait. Rising with the flames in the shenanigans game. Printing out the future, no two prints the same.
What is going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Yes, this is a Thursday, and I'm streaming on a Thursday. I got some things to talk about and about the stream, and figured might as well just stream while I'm sitting here doing some things. How's everybody doing today? Phantom, welcome in, my friend. Cruising Girl, welcome in. How are you doing? Did you see somebody else pop up in there? And Jay, how are you doing, my friend? So, let me get this to show you. Royal Nomi. Hey, they work. I just spent a half hour having to completely redo my stream key and reset everything up. So, yes, that was a new intro. Yes, that was a new intro. That was from Tech Cheaper. Created that song for me, and I put it in my intro. But that might change. I'll explain that here in a second. I want to get this build plate back in there so we can start printing this. This is for this weekend. I'm 3D printing an Aero Spike, and we're going to set this off this weekend. So about the stream, I've been doing some thinking lately. And you know how I spoke a few weeks ago about being in a rut, like everybody else? I don't want to get stuck in this rut. Well, this is part of it. And I'm going to do this slowly, but I got a bunch of stuff happening. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to rebrand. I'm rebranding my stream. I'm rebranding my entire content. Everything is getting completely rebranded. We need a new fresh start. I've been running under the name Shenanigans for... You guys excuse me for a minute. Okay, sorry about that. That's something in my throat. Been using the name Shenanigans 3D for almost 4 years now. When I started my content about 4 years ago. And it was about my son and I getting into shenanigans. that's where all my content started. Okay, well, just me recording things for my son and I. Well, it's kind of changed. It's kind of disappeared from my son and I, and it's more focused on just me. And basically, I'm looking at my my throat's all messed up for some reason. I think it's time to really narrow down on my content. I'm too broad. I mean, what's on here? Too broad of a range. I really want to focus on something, and I've been watching for the past few months. I've been watching my analytics for the past few months. This is something I've been thinking about for a while now. Actually, when I started streaming 9 months ago, I actually considered doing it under a different name and keeping the shenanigans all on my YouTube stuff, right? But I didn't. I just made it easier, and so it's still going to be. We're still going to do the same stuff we're doing now. Same stuff, but we're going to be focusing a lot more on science and technology. Buildoverbot. I think that's Buildoverbot. Yes, it was, my friend. How are you doing? My analytics has been telling me something. And it's a very, very powerful thing to use if you know how to use it. But I've noticed that... Wind Farm, how are you doing, my friend? I've noticed when I do things like what we did the other weekend, that would make you read. When we do things like this, my analytics go through the roof. When we sit down and just do things like this, talk about this, they're a little bit down. There's other streamers out there that do that stuff beautifully and perfectly. But when we do crazy stuff like this, or the air raid siren, when we do like crazy stuff like that, that's when things go up, and that's where I want to keep it. I want to bring in more people, newer people. And if you've noticed, if you follow me around on my socials, if you notice when I'm posting things like this, I'm posting universities. All right, I'm tagging universities. I'm tagging SpaceX. I'm tagging everybody that's in this field. I've been finding a lot of local businesses in my area. Now, one of the things that's nice about my area is I live about 20. I'm still in the same school district, right? But I'm about 20 minutes away from a major university, one of the top universities, and they have like crazy programs in there. They have crazy stuff in there, stuff that I'm able to go see. Stuff that I'm able to bring you along with me. So, this isn't something I've been just all of a sudden thought about. I've been thinking about this for a while. Yeah, I think at one point we were ranked the #1 party university. And then there's a battle between one and 2. I think we're still in the top 10, but there was a lot of a lot of stuff going on. We had people dying because they were too drunk. They're falling out balconies up on top of the 13, 14, 15 story balconies. They're getting hammered and falling off the balconies. Yeah, pretty much. We have this thing called Arts Festival. Okay, it's Penn State University. All right, that's my area. Penn State University. we're a top 10 school. We were until no, well, we still are, but we had a few years ago. You remember that scandal that happened between the university and who was it? Our head coach, our football team, about some bad things that were happening to kids. Yeah, that's this school. Man, did that hurt our reputation. But glad that the people that got in trouble needed to get in trouble. So, we have all kinds of stuff. But yeah, Penn State University, Penn State Nittany Lions. Yeah. So anyway, with the rebranding, we're gonna focus. Like I said, we're going to focus on more of the science and technical part of 3D printing. It's still 3D printing. Don't get me wrong. It's still 3D printing. But we're going to really focus down on the 3D printing that you don't see here on Twitch. The 3D printing that you don't see, that you hardly see anywhere else. It'll have floating parts, really. That'd be interesting. So we're still going to be doing the same stuff we're doing now, but we're just really going to be focusing down on the technical side of things. And I think with me doing that, I think a rebranding is something that definitely should be done. Mag levitation. Ooh, I like that. The studio is getting a remake. I have something going on downstairs. There will always be shenanigans. There will always be shenanigans in this channel. I can guarantee you that. We're still having shenanigans in this channel. It's just I'm just really basically rarely narrowing my audience, narrowing my reach out, I guess I should say. I'm just kind of all over the place, so I'm really kind of focusing down on what we're doing here. But there's always going to be shenanigans. Don't you forget that. There will always be shenanigans in my stream. Always, always, always. Nick 3DP, welcome in, my friend. Yeah, everybody loves fire and blowing the stuff up, right? Royal Nomi, how are you doing today? I said hi to you, I think I did. Yeah. Builder Robot, hello, my friend. I said hi. I'm sure I didn't miss anybody here. But yeah, my basement is getting ready to get converted into a full-blown studio. You'll be seeing me. I'm trying to figure out everything down there is going to be a full-blown studio. It's going to be it's nice, wide open. Everything, everything's going to be down there, but I'm still going to be doing some streams from up here too. Wireless electronic lights. I've made those before. They're really easy to make. just in case. Yeah. I'm probably going to be changing the name as well. Yeah. I think I'm going to be changing the name. I have 3 or 4 names that I like. So yeah, most likely I'll be changing the name as well. But don't worry, I'm still shenanigans for everybody that's in here. Alright, so this weekend is my stream weekend. And don't want you to see that one right there. That's will it still work with a mag levitation? Yeah, that's a good question actually. I thought about creating a new channel, keeping shenanigans, creating a new channel under a new name, but that would be completely starting. That would be completely starting fresh. That will really screw up my analytics. That'll really screw up everything. Just mess everything up. But I don't want to do that route. So this is something that, like I said, is something I've been thinking about for a while now, and I've been watching. I've been watching things. I've been watching how things are working. I've been watching what you guys are doing. I've been watching other streamers. I've been reading about it. So, yes. So this is another arrow spike. Let's get the body turned on. There we go. Let's get that out of here. This is what we're going to be setting off this weekend. Oh yeah, we're setting another one off this weekend. We're setting this. Look how big this thing is, right? That's just the internal and the top plate, and that's the internal spike. Okay, and this is my air injection. We're going to hook up my air compressor to this. We're going to hook up an air compressor to this, and we're going to squirt. I only have 3 nozzles on this one, 3 ports, but we're going to squirt fuel into here. So the pump still works. I got to figure out how to light it, though. We have to light it from the outside. Hopefully it catches the inside on fire. 3D Print World 1, how are you doing, my friend? That is our... We need to design a TPU gasket for this. We need to put a gasket on this. We discovered from the last one that we set off that gaskets are a key. We can't just put 2 pieces of plastic together and screw them and hope it holds. We discovered that the other weekend. So we definitely need to do a TPU gasket for this. We can probably print that in the oh yeah, speaking of the K1, here's the hub that we printed. BC said my new name should be Professor Boom. Yeah, no, it's actually going to be there's a, I'm not going to say what it is because it's going to be one of those things where I'm going to flip the switch and you're going to find a whole new thing. I'll throw some hints out there. I do have a logo in mind that I've been working on, and yeah, I'll throw some things out there. But no, we're gonna. I want to take it to a more of a professional level, I would say, but not professional. So like a casual, more something. My downright, the whole thing, some of the stuff I do, like this stuff here, I don't do any math on this stuff. I don't research this stuff. I'll look around and just kind of like, oh yeah, that looks all right, okay. And then I just do it. I print whatever is in my head, okay? I don't do the math. I don't do the research. It's like, yeah, that looks like it should work, and send it, all right? I've been like that for, well before I've even, doing stuff like this, doing Twitch and doing content creator. I've been doing that kind of stuff years and years and years now. I've been doing it for a long time. I've always messed around with rockets. Always messed around with rockets and jet engines and stuff like that. Always done it, just tinkering around. The only difference now is, yeah, rough estimates. Yeah, exactly. And I get lucky. The only difference now is I have the technology, I have the software, I have the programming, I got the printers, and the stuff to make this for a DIY hobbyist like yourself, myself, like all of us, is readily becoming easier and easier and easier to get our hands on. So I think it's time. I think this is a good thing. It's a good thing. We have that all the time here. Yeah. Yeah, BuilderBot, I know what you mean. But this is the hub. This is the hub for the mower blades. Yes, 3D printers are changing our lives, isn't it? This is printed out of the Snow Labs polycarbonate carbon fiber. This is like crazy stupid stiff. Well, it's a little bit flexible, but hey, this is pretty solid. This is solid. But this is, yeah. I don't think I have to worry. We're printing the blades are being printed out of this as well. I don't think we have to worry about this flying apart, but it might. It probably will, actually. It probably will fly apart. It's pretty darn tough. It's some tough stuff. But yes, I got a lab coat on the way. I got myself a lab coat. So that's all for show, actually. That's for fun. I've always wanted a lab coat, but I'm getting a lab coat. Hopefully it'll be here by Saturday. Oh, it's probably gonna catch on fire. I should probably douse it in some kind of flame retardant stuff. Most likely it'll be on fire. But yeah, when I do things like this, I want to have the. I'm having a great day. How's yours? I want I'm gonna learn. Take a deep dive into these things, right? I want to bring to you, all my viewers, I want you to watch my streams and leave, at the end of the day, leave with better knowledge on stuff like this, on science and technology. You know, that's what I want to bring for you guys. I want to be able to teach you, not necessarily teach, but more say, hey, check this out, look at this. Yeah, so that's what I want to do. When we do projects like we're doing right now, I want to be able to sit there and tell you this is why we do it this way. This is why it's done this way. This is why it works, and I want to bring that to you. Yeah, I love learning new things. I love learning new things, and I want to be able to bring you guys along with it. Yeah, I've watched some of his stuff. I'm pretty sure. I think I do follow him. I spoke the other day about my YouTube channel. I'm bringing more content to my YouTube. I'm focusing more on my YouTube. I was supposed to stream yesterday on YouTube, but I ended up sleeping. I just said the hell with it, and I just slept all day. I am not going to be live streaming on YouTube. I'm not going to do that. I thought about it. I just spent like 20 minutes here getting everything on my Twitch all set back up, switching from. I was all set up to go to YouTube yesterday, but to go from YouTube back to Twitch and back and forth, I'm not going to do that. I'm just not. So I will be. The way I actually have been working out a plan. I've been working out a schedule. Let me get this. Let's get this. What we're doing here first. Let's get this. I'm wasting time. I'm wasting time. I'm wasting my available time to get this printed. I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing, I should say. I want this printed, so let's get in here. Let me just get this started real quick, and then I want that. We'll go to this, and then we will go. Time is precious. I want to try to cram as much stuff in here as possible for y'all. So, I didn't look at my stuff. Make sure it's running right. There we go. We want to get this up slice, get it started. But anyway, yeah, as I was saying, my schedule is going to be like this. Tuesdays and Fridays is my stream schedule for here. Today is a pop-up. You will see random pop-ups throughout the week, but Tuesdays and Fridays between 12 and 12:30 Eastern time is my schedule. I actually put a schedule up on Twitch. If y'all look at my homepage, I have a schedule up there. I did that yesterday. Is my drop working? I don't think my drop is working. Oh no, it's not. The drop is not working because I had to completely redo a new stream key. Thank you. I enjoy being here. I enjoy everybody being here. I love sharing what I do. That's one of the reasons why I started focusing on Twitch. Why I started I've live streamed before. There's a whole bunch of live stream shows I have over on my YouTube channel, and they're still all up there. I was watching them yesterday, or through the past few days. I was watching them, but I want Twitch is made to be able to live stream on Twitch has given me the ability to do what I do without having to go back through and edit, and all that stuff, which I enjoy doing that. But it allows me to do things on the fly, which I'm sure you guys have figured out already. That's how I kind of roll. It's just kind of wing it and let it go. Let things go on the fly. I really don't want to give up the name Shenanigans, but I think it's a must. I think it's a good thing. And the whole logo that I have now, I've worked on that branding, that logo it changed here and there. But that logo was actually designed for my son, and it represents my son and I. The whole channel, everything started out with my son and I. It was me doing things for my son, and just kind of keeping everything like a catalog or whatever for my son to go back and watch. Let's do 3 for let's do 4, 4, and 6. Let's see what this slices. Yeah, exactly. That's one of the reasons I know I'm all glitchy. Let me switch scenes. I'm slicing right now, so yeah. Live streaming is going to stay with Twitch. I'm not taking it anywhere else, but you're exactly right. Live streaming is going to be with it's going to stick with Twitch. But the way I'm figuring everything out is if you do live streaming on YouTube, you basically have to stick with that, and there's really no other platforms. You really have to concentrate on that. Have seamless integrations, and so this is going to take 4.5 hours to print. That's going to be 178 grams. And I think we're good on this. We're going to print this, but we're going to switch this over to... I need to select my device here. But yeah, once I switched my name, I actually switched my name on my accounts this morning at like 4 o'clock in the morning. I switched my name to something, and then when I went to find it on Twitch, it was already in use, and I was like, "Who uses that?" So I hurried up, went back, and took everything back to my original name, and I discovered that after 6 months on Twitch, if you change your name after 6 months on Twitch, it becomes available to everybody. Your old name. So I'm going to have to forfeit that, but that's okay. Change is good. We need to change this. This is going to be Gotta slice this again. Some of this, oh, I got an ad start here. Some of the, I have 3 names picked out. And the nice thing about it is I'm going to have a website as well. Let's see here, let's send that, we're good on that. And then once we do this, then I can get back to my regular screen. Okay, are we good with that? Downloading, yes, we're good with that, so I can close this out. Close that. Just bear with me for 1 second. Yeah, I am going to sell merch. I'm going to sell my designs. And yeah, we're gonna have our own website. Just kind of update, you know. Sorry, so we're good with that. So I can shrink that and then get back to this. Okay. Exactly. Yeah. Websites give you, yeah. And I've been working with this program that goes out and searches. It takes the name that I have and it goes out and searches and see what domains are out there, if the domain for that name is available. And all 3 that I've come up with so far are available to have. You know, I can have the .com at the end of it, so I'll be able to have the domains. Yeah, I'm not looking for. Well, I don't know what I'm looking for. Something to help out the channel, I guess. Because I got to be completely honest with you. Some of these things that I'm doing here is just not like, no, I can do this, no problem. But the one we set off the other day, getting that fuel pump, that that wasn't in my budget to get a fuel pump. I ended up buying that fuel pump so we can set this off. No, that stuff, it does add up. It really does. That's why you see some of my projects aren't finished, because I'm just waiting for the extra budget to be able to get those parts I need. But yeah, it's just the way it is, you know. When it comes down to it, this is a business. It really is. This is a business, you know. A lot of people don't look at it that way, but it's something that they should look at it that way. I pay taxes on this, you know. I get paid for sitting here talking to y'all. Ads. One of my Lumia streams said ads to that. I've never seen that happen before. But it is a business, and it needs to be treated like one, I think. With shenanigans. Don't you? There will always be. I'll say this throughout the whole stream today. There will always be shenanigans. The content is not changing. All right, the content that I'm doing is not going to change. We're narrowing it down. All right, we're bringing it into focus, I should say. I think that's the best way. We're bringing everything into focus. Yeah, you have to. You have to. That's the thing, and it's been taking this. It took me almost 4 years to get to where I'm at right now. I'm still a small little channel. I'm just a small little guy, just a teeny guy. But it's taken me this long of busting my butt to get to this point, and I still have a whole bunch more staircases to climb. So, yeah, I don't want to be. This isn't something I want to do to I don't want to make a bunch of I'm not out to try to be some kind of. I guess Mr. Beast. I'm not trying to do something like that, right? I'm not trying to have to be. I just want to bring I need to put more designs on on a site. Yeah, so we got some changes coming. It's gonna be a slow process. You might see some things pop up here and there. You'll see some things change along the way, and then we'll flip the switch, and yeah, that's where we're going. Somebody said something about TPU. Let's get back to what. No, I think that's about what I have to say as far as where we're taking the channel. We are, like I said, we are still doing. It's gonna be science. It's a science and technology. I'm just narrowing it down to where I need it to be. I watch my VODs, and that's really. TP may react to the fuel, cut it out of a cereal box to make sure it worked. Yes, Builder Robot, you're exactly right on that. One thing I've noticed, I've always been a one person, like a one platform person. Always been that way. Okay, I always stuck with YouTube. I wasn't on Twitch. I wasn't on X. All that. I wasn't on any of that stuff. I just stuck with YouTube, and I watched things grow as I started developing my channel, trying to find the path I wanted to go on the channel. And I started to stream on Twitch, and nothing. It's kind of stayed the same. But when I opened up a Twitter X account and started posting on there, when I started doing social media stuff and started posting on other sites, that's when I watched, like you go back and look at my graphs, my analytics, like my YouTube channel just took off, just went through the roof. And I hit the 1,000 mark, and I think I'm at like 1,172 followers when I looked the other day. So that happened back in November. That happened back in November, and that happened about the same time that I became affiliate with on Twitch. But that was the key. Once you get that down, that's the key. But I backed off my YouTube, though. I really did. I backed off my YouTube. Credit card fees. Yeah, don't we all love that? As far as my scheduling goes, I said Tuesdays and Fridays I'll be streaming like I am now, right? And it'll be every other weekend I'll be streaming. And that gives me time throughout the week with me not streaming on YouTube, that will give me time to relax, get some filming done, get some B-roll going, and then on the weekends that I'm not streaming, like when my son's with me, and in the weekends I'm not streaming, I'll be able to edit all my videos of everything that I filmed, and then I'll be able to start releasing longer content again on YouTube. So that's the idea. That's how I want to take it. Like I said, the studio downstairs is going to be down in the basement. The studio down in the basement is going to be mainly focused on YouTube stuff. And eventually, I think we'll probably move everything down there, actually, to be honest with you. But stuff down in the basement, the basement studio will allow me to have all my printers, workbenches. That's the biggest thing. That will allow me to have workbenches with cameras, so we can actually stand up and actually do things. I can't do anything like that in here. I've wanted to. I actually thought about taking these printers out of here and put them off to the side, out of view, and just having a big workbench back here. All right, but I put out a poll about that, and I had a huge response from people, from my viewers, that they wanted to see these printers in the background. That's why they're still up here. But I don't have any place to work except for this little section right here. I want to be able to put, like, that's one of the reasons why we haven't put the wind tunnel together yet. All I have to do is print the center piece. It's probably about maybe a 4-hour print, and the wind tunnel's done. But the problem is that wind tunnel is massive. That wind tunnel's like, it's gonna be like this. I don't have any place to put it together. I don't have any place for it. It is kind of cool. I agree. I fully agree with you. When I go into people's streams, I'd like to see the printers running as well. But it's hard to do when it's only a 10 by 12 foot room. It's hard to do all that. So that's one of the reasons why the studio is getting built down the basement. I already got the section all cleared out. It's already got the drywall in. We already got the drywall's going up for it. It's already, wired. Liz, welcome in. How are you doing today, my friend? So, yeah. That downstairs, we're going to have, there's going to be a desk or a workbench, right? So you'll see me frontwards at the workbench. And it'll just be, it'll be me at the workbench. I'll have my desk off to the side. We'll have a camera there. How far is the basement from my office? Not far. I mean, the stairs for my basement are on the other side of that wall right there. So, you worked out this morning and went back to bed? Yeah. I got home about 7 o'clock this morning. I stopped and took a 3-hour nap on the way home. I just couldn't drive anymore. It's like, I gotta stop and sleep for 20 minutes, and then I'll start driving again. But I ended up sleeping for like 3 hours. And then I got home. I did some work here on this. I got this up and running and printing, which we should probably check out. I got this is printing on MakerDeck today. Okay, so that's the layer. I'm putting down the first layer. Nice, real nice. So yeah, but the basement's not that far. My son definitely needs to be in the room with me. So I need to figure out a little section, an area for the for his TV and his little gaming section. He just loves being around me. You guys want to see? Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can bring something. I don't think I have this. I don't think I have this shared publicly. But we'll play it here. Let me see if I can bring this up and make sure that I need to close this screen before because that's going to go into my actual YouTube account. But yeah, I was saying about how this is business. I'm more focused on this being a business part. It's got to be. You have to focus on it. And the whole thing about this is, I'm trying to do something for my son. He's said some things to me. Yeah, this is unlisted. So let me get this up here. This is my prodigy. This was, I can't remember when we made this video. This is his video. Why can't I bring this up onto my screen? Okay, so this video here, he wanted to make a video. He wanted to do what I do. All right, this was back in the beginning. This was a few years ago. But this is when I was doing my video. I wasn't streaming at the time. And I think it was before I started streaming on YouTube. This is just me doing videos on YouTube. But this is me in my shop with my son. And let's see if I can get this up here. Yeah. So yeah, he was pretty young, but this is him. He wanted to do what I was doing. I just got done making a video, and he wanted to do his own. So here's him doing this. I don't have this listed. Okay, can you guys hear that? Was it playing audio? No audio? Okay, I didn't think so. Why do I not have audio here? Yes, there is audio. 150% yes. Replying to I said I started laundry. What? On video, no. 3D Print World said there was audio. What's going on here? Let's see if I get... He can hear me, yes, but... Okay. Did you hear the let me pull down, actually, let's pull down this music track. Could you hear the audio on him that time? Should have audio on that. Probably not. Okay. Let's see if you probably might hear it now. All of a sudden, I had this song. I had this song coming in. "The End of the World" was by REM, or no, whatever it is. "The End of the World as We Know It." I don't know why that just all of a sudden popped into my head. Oh, monitor only, mute output. That's why. You should probably have it now. Nope. I don't know why it's not working. I'll tell you what I can do. I'll tell you what I'll do here. I don't know why it's not working. Let's make sure it's coming through. I'll run it through the microphone, but I know I'm sorry if this is taking a while. I don't know why it's not giving me audio. Let's do that. I might be able to, since my speaker's right here, I might be able to. It's the end of the world as we know. Yeah, I switched it over to the speaker. It's showing that it's you should be, the source is connected, correct? I don't know what's going on. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But you should be able to hear it now, I think.
T gray. You see how
Yeah, I think you get it now.
this is not.
Kiki Jack, welcome in. How are you doing? Okay, so you should have audio now. I'll play this once real quick, and then we'll move on. But this right here works now. Good, thank you. This was at the beginning of everything. This is when we switched from doing crazy stuff in his train set and everything else, and started going into 3D printing. But that's what this is. We'll play this real quick. I stumbled across this. I completely forgot I had this. But I want something. This is one of the reasons why I'm making the entire switch. No, the whole rebrand is because of this right here. Because of him. I want to try to get something for him. So,
This is actual T gray. Let's see how well it prints. What kind of do? My friend is asking me and I have to. I have to kill it this does. I don't know. I think I use the PVC I use it, so I don't use it. Use the now check it out now.
that just puts a big grin on my face every time I see that video now. I remember that day. I remember him. I just got done filming a video, and he wanted to do one. And he would all my videos, all those little videos I did with like that. He was right here with me. That's one of the reasons why I need to bring his gaming stuff downstairs with me, because when I'm here doing editing or doing post stuff, pre-stuff, post stuff, whatever. He's right here. I've tried kicking him out of this room a couple times, and he's like, no. And now he's older, and now he's like, no, I'm not going anywhere. I'm sitting right here. It's like, okay. So I got to make sure I keep that in there. Downstairs, we are going to have a resin room. So there will be a separate room. It's only gonna be like maybe the size of like maybe a small walk-in closet, something like that, right? Just a small little teeny room so I can put all of my resin stuff in there, everything in there, and it will be completely vented outside. But yeah, I came across that. Like I said, I've been, for the past few months now, I've been going back. I watch all my VODs. Every single video that I put out, I watch. And we need to get everything back here on my end here, switched over so I can hear what's going on. Headphones, there we go. Get the music track back up. Desktop audio down. Get that. Yeah, no resin printers in my son's room. No, I don't print anything resin when he's home. Out. Get this closed out. There really wasn't any kind of. Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to say. Part of the rebrand is my shows that I have, my series, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, Rhea asked that question during teenage years. Yep. Yeah, no, I keep him away. He knows not to go around resin stuff. He knows that. I told him do not do that, and he's very strict himself on maintaining distance from it. When I go live, when I do these, we're actually going to have a subject for the day. And we're actually going to stick to it. Like I said, I've watched my VODs. I've watched every single one of my VODs. I've gone and watched back and I've watched them multiple times. I've watched for things. I make sure that I'm putting out a good quality for you, audio, video. I make sure I monitor all that stuff. I watch all that stuff. I want to have a good quality stream. And also, if I missed anything, I watch that stuff. One of the biggest things I've noticed is that I'm all over the place. All over the place. Yeah, my drops are not working right now. Yeah, no more tangents. The drops are Royal Numi. The drops are not working. I had to completely redo my stream key. I have a whole new stream key, so that's not working. So I got to get that. I'll have it up working for tomorrow's stream. But yeah, I'm all over the place. We'll be doing one thing and we'll just bouncing all around. So we're gonna focus when I stream for the shows. I'm going to focus on like one or two things, and we're gonna stick to that. Oh, everything's a priority here. Everything's a priority. So I think that's something that I think that will be. I think this whole thing is going to be good. I really do. I think it's going to be a good thing. I really don't like. I don't like the name, giving up the name Shenanigans, but I think it's for the best. I really do. I do like the Shenanigans name. I really do. I like the Shenanigans name. Bubbles. Bubbles. I will bring Bubbles for you. I will bring Bubbles for you. So, let's talk about this, I think. Do you think I should keep the name? You know, I've thought about that too. I thought about keeping... Yeah, that's exactly 3D Print World. That's my whole idea over this. It will bring focus to the channel. It will bring in new people. It will bring in much more bigger content. Yeah, it's, you know, you guys are right on that. I was going to put up a poll if out there on if I should change the name or not. The way I look at it with the name change is what I see is like, I see it like this. You know, I should. If I go to a company, let's say a filament maker, I think this is one of my downfalls, or not a downfall, but I think this is one of the things that holds me back a little bit. You go to a company and you have somebody with more of a professional name. I shouldn't say professional. That's not the word I'm trying to. That's not what I'm trying to do. I keep using it wrong. Do you have somebody that's like has a name, then you have a Shenanigans? You know what from you know, I don't think the name. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we're definitely targeting an audience. But it's interesting though, because I tell you what, there's not too many channels out there like me. There's not. I've been watching, I've been looking, I've been following. I went through and had to delete a bunch of followers, following people I was following, because this is my online personality. So that's the thing, though. You reach out to companies, and do you really? It's like, hey, I'm Shenanigans. You know, it's. I don't know. Keep the name. Yeah, I know, Royal, that's the thing that scares me about it. To be honest with you, I do think of the negative side of the rebranding. I really do. I know I would be taking a hit. Oh, really, Royal? Royal Nubby, really? See, I witnessed a little bit of that at Earth. I gotta be honest with you. I don't. With me watching everything, with me seeing how everything is going with my channels and stuff and the analytics, I see doors starting to open. That's what I'm seeing. Now they haven't been opened up. They just kind of like, no, they're enough where, you know, instead of me peeking through the keyhole, I'm now peeking through the crack of the along the side. That's what I'm seeing. You know what? That was one of the first persons I thought about, to be honest with you. Yeah, I know. I know. I will take that. I will take that. Excuse me for having the phone. I know I'd take a hit if I changed the name. I'd take a hit. I know that. That's one of my thoughts. And I don't know what the hell he's barking about. He's changed it several times. See, I did some reading about it. I went through and looked at some Twitch. I was just doing this today, looking at some Twitch guidelines, and they were saying about name changing possibility. I'm like this. No, the rebranding is that's happening. The new logo, a new logo, but there is still going to be some aspects of my old logo is still going to be in that. So it's still going to represent my son and I, but it's going to be completely different. But you'll still, that's all I'm going to say. I have it pretty much designed already. It's actually up here in this little tab right here if I click on it. But I'm not going to give you guys that. We'll have to wait. Yeah. Yeah, artists formerly known as Shenanigans 3D. Maybe we'll keep the name. It is a hard decision. The whole new logo, that's an easy one. I do like the whole logo. I do like the current logo I'm using. I really do. Like I said, my son made that logo. My son made that logo, but it's time to update it. It's that logo came from him. He actually drew that logo, and of course I, threw it in there and made it all nice and pretty. Because he did it when he was like, what, 4 or 5. So it's just it was all stick figures, and it's like that's the logo for my channel. The name change really isn't that much of a big thing as far as the direction I want to go. I could use Shenanigans, but if I would continue to use Shenanigans, if I continued to use Shenanigans and I reach out to these companies that I want to reach out to, it would take me. I think I would have to work a little extra hard to let them know that Shenanigans is not some kid's name, some kid's channel made up. We're serious about this. We want this stuff. We're serious about this. So I think that's one of the biggest reasons why I'm considering the name change. But I busted my ass to get this far. I'm pretty sure I can bust my ass and let them know that it's Shenanigans. So maybe we'll keep it. We'll see. I think I'm comfortable with it either way. I think at the end of the day, we'll probably end up keeping Shenanigans. To be honest with you, I really do think that we'll end up keeping it Shenanigans. I think what we'll just end up doing is just doing a new logo, doing a rebrand, except for the changing of the name. I wonder if I can get that domain. Because this is another thing I've noticed lately, that when you Google my name, when you Google Shenanigans 3D, it pulls up all kinds of stuff about me. And I haven't been able to. I have not been able to do that a few months ago. I tried it once, and it didn't come up anything. And then all of a sudden, like it's about maybe a month and a half, almost 2 months, or yeah, I guess about maybe 2 months ago, I tried it, and all of a sudden, the algorithm must have kicked in or something. Something kicked. Something happened. I don't know what it was. Okay, well that's good, because let me click on that, because that is, yes, this is my domain. And I'm going to put a hold on it right now. Okay, I'm claiming that. It's gonna cost some money, but I'm claiming it. I thought about that as well. I thought about having to do it in a second channel. I have, but then it's a whole step of of rebuilding the analytics for it, rebuilding the. Rebuilding it. That's the whole thing. We have to rebuild everything up from the start again. Is it the AI? Yeah, I can see the AI doing it, because if you Google, that's. Yeah, if we do Shenanigans 3D, it pulls up my YouTube videos of me. Oh, you're not gonna see that one. Now, Shenanigans 3D, you just type it into. Actually, I'm not even in Google. I'm now in Microsoft Bing, but it pulls up all my. No, it pulls up my YouTube, my videos, shorts, Fangs, Twitch. I don't know what that is. That's not me. Twitter. Pulls up all kinds of stuff. Which is good. Which is very good. I'll keep the name. I'll keep the name. I really don't want to. I really don't want to give it up. So I'll keep the name. And you guys seem to like it. I'll keep the name. Jim, welcome in, my friend. Happy day after Hump Day. What are we doing? Oh, we're just chatting along today. I'm rebranding. That's what we're doing. I'm rebranding. I just made an executive decision to keep the name. I was going to change my name. I was like right here with it, but you guys seem to have tipped the scales for me. So we'll keep the name. I'm going to rebrand. We'll keep the name. We're going to go more. We're going to go more semi-professional. We're gonna narrow down my broadness. Okay. I do classify myself as a variety streamer. We do all kinds of stuff, but we're really going to start focusing down on science and technology of 3D printing. Now, here's a rocket engine I threw together real quick last night. Yesterday, drew up real quick. We printed this, and I got the other part printing. So this is for this weekend. So we're going to set this off this weekend. But that's what's printing right now. I'm about to put it on my rear end because, you know, it's crazy stuff I do. How are you doing today? Make sure you can get the domain, so no matter what name you pick. But Overbot, I'm sticking with Shenanigans 3D. The domain is available. I just checked it and I just put a hold on it. But yeah. So we're gonna redo the studio. It's basically I'm just trying to get everything focused down, keep the name, get a schedule, maintain topics, and just push harder and get a farther reach out on things. And I think that's what we're gonna do. I'll work on the logo again tonight. The logo needs updated. It really does. The logo needs to update. I like the logo, but it does need to be updated. Get a whole new look for it. S3D for short. My colors are black and white. They'll always. I'm very minimalist. I have a logo designed already that I kind of like, and I want it to be focused on. It's more focused on like the science and tech side. Now, I got one all ready to go. I'm gonna get ready to render it here, and I'm gonna slowly leak it out. Well, we could do the S3D. Yeah, I thought about that a few days ago, actually. But, oh, I'm in an ad and didn't realize. So I will always have a family-friendly show. Always will have a family-friendly show. It is 18+, but I will always maintain... There might be a few cuss words here and there might be an adult beverage, but... I'm in an ad. Okay. Ads ended. Oh, thank you, Lumia Stream. I don't know why that's doing it all of a sudden. This will always be a family-friendly stream. Always will be. That's no. Always be a family-friendly. Always community-based. Community-driven. It will always be that way. No matter where it goes, no matter what happens down the future, it will always. My morals will always be family-friendly, community. Yeah, change the name. No, don't worry, Royal. Royal Nomi, don't you worry. It's going to stay Shenanigans 3D. I think, yeah. If you said it was brought up over at Rocky, then yeah, that would be a bad idea to change it right now. There's so many things to do. And now I'm starting to second guess that logo. I tell you what we'll do. I'll tell you what we'll do. You will see things change. I'm hoping by fall I'll be moved down to the basement. The basement will be finished. I'm hoping by the end of summer everything will be finished down the basement. We'll get into the new studio. We'll work. I'll work on this new plan of content. I'll follow this new path for a while, and I'll see what happens. And if I see it going where I think it will go, then I'll consider. I'll look into the whole thing. So maybe that's the smart move right there. I think that's a smart thing to do. I think we should follow this new plan. I think I should follow this new plan. How I want to take this stream, what I want to do, the content. Do that path for a while, and then possibly change things. That's what I think. I think that's the best approach. My mind works really strange. That's strange working mind. Okay, so what have we done today? Absolutely nothing. Just rambled on about stuff. Oh, we did print this. So let's get back to this rocket thing. We need to get this rocket thing done because I want to set this off on Saturday, and I'm crunched on time for Saturday. As we all know, I think Pesliz is doing her affiliate or her 1 year show on Saturday. I think I have to reach out to her on that because as much as that's a prime day to stream, I love watching her show, and I definitely would. And if she does do a hangout with people come in, I would love to jump in on that. Like I said, no, I'm very very community driven on this. This Pesliz party, yes. I don't want to miss that. I want to be there. Go to Murph and see the response you get. STEM Steam should be inclusive ad. Well, I that's one of the things I really want to do. Brought up in a good way or bad way. Yeah, I know, phone typos. See, Jim, the thing about it is we all do those phone typos, so we all read through it, right? It's like a whole new language now. Just turn into babies. Yeah. I think... I mentioned this earlier. I see doors opening. I really do. They're not fully open. They're like that. Right? I see them. I see opportunities happening, and I want to stay on top of it. I spent counting last year, the last 19 years having to turn my back on opportunities, and I'm not doing that again. Not doing that anymore. Yeah, Roy. I mean, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start this new game plan. We're gonna go down this new game plan, this new path of the content, and then we'll recap it from there. So maybe I should just leave everything. I was raised up good, by the way. My mother and father raised me good. Rebranding of Shenanigans with Steam. I thought about doing some Steam work. If you're talking about actual Steam, I was actually thinking about doing some Steam turbines. STEAM and STEM. You know what? I wonder if there's a way. I would love to bring. I would love to bring some kind of educational thing in here for kids. I would love to do that. Definitely would love to do that. But let's get into. Let's get back into. Let's get back into it. We shouldn't say get back into it because I never even went into it. Let's get into some CAD work today, shall we? Enough with the talk of what is running through my head. And God only knows, I might wake up tomorrow and completely think it's like something completely different. It's just me. It's how I am. All over the place, right? Full steam ahead with STEM and shenanigans. Welcome into Phil Next. How are you doing today, my friend? I was watching some of the posts that you're doing. It's pretty cool stuff. So, this is the Aero Spike. We are going to be running my compressor to this time. It might get a little bit dangerous trying to set this off, trying to light this, because I no longer have an ignition source. We burned that up. We completely destroyed my igniter with that last mishap that we had. That was, that completely melted that thing. So we can't use that anymore. And I can't get one in by the time where I set this off. So maybe I inhaled too much of that smoke. Maybe that's what the problem is today. But this is the one I did real quick, and it's not even showing. Why is that not showing? Sectional view. There we go. So this is one I modeled this up in about. I don't know, it took me about maybe 20 minutes to do. Yeah, you're doing real good here. So this is one that we're going to be setting off for this weekend. We only have 3 ports. There's 3 ports for the fuel. Of course, we're only seeing the one side, the one port here. And then we have the air coming in. So we're using gasoline for this one. And air from my compressor to come in here. It's not ideal, but it will give us a sense of if we're going down the right path with this, which I think we are, by the way. We need to do a gasket. I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to do the gasket in TPU. For up here, we need to do a gasket right here. The reason why I'm going with TPU, well, one thing, you know, now that I look at this, we use TPU here, we're not going to have any fuel. There might be fuel up here. Well, we could do like a regular cardboard gasket up on top here. But the gasket would go right here. And that basically would prevent anything from coming out. The exhaust gas is coming out through there. That's the only real big thing I have. This is the combustion chamber. It's like a donut. The only part that fuel would really be getting into would be right in here. This would be the part that we would have to worry about. Which is actually what we have to model up now. Yeah, I do not have a laser. A laser is something on my wish list. Well, it's not on my any physical wish. It's the wish list in my head. I thought about getting one, but I gotta with the tax return. But that's already spent on the bills. That will get me so I can get ahead on some things. So not this year, maybe next year. I also have been looking at some SLS printers, and I'm really considering that new desktop SLS printer. I'm really considering about getting that. But that is where we would need to be downstairs for that stuff. The other thing is with being up here in this little room. You have a strange texting where you get strange stuff. Being up here in this room is not allowing me to do things, you know. I want to build a giant size printer. I want to build that over time, of course. It's not going to happen overnight, but I can't do that in this room. We'd have to do it up in the shop, which we're going to be moving stuff up to the shop. But as far as shop work goes, that's just going to be me taking my laptop with a camera going up there. You know, it's going to be like a mobile kind of thing. And then that shop is not heated, right? It's not insulated. It's not heated. So in the wintertime, we're not in the shop. When it starts getting cold, like I'm still not working in the shop because it was like 40 degrees out today. I'm still not working out in the shop. Here in probably about another month, we'll be doing stuff out in the shop. But with the room downstairs, that will allow me to do stuff like that all year long. Another thing I want to do is I want a metal printer. I want a 3D metal printer. I was pricing them today. They're the price of a new car. And not some budget car. They're the price of, like, you know, you're looking at like $30,000-$40,000 for a freaking metal printer. It's like, yeah, nope. It's a brand new car, a brand new pickup truck. So I thought about maybe building one, and I've been looking around trying to figure out, it's like, can we design a metal 3D printer? Is that possible? You know, is that possible to make that? Why isn't my sketch? I can't select my sketch here for some reason. With a CO2 laser, huh? See, I have this idea. Of trying of taking a. See, this is why I love you guys so much. So I love doing this, coming on here, and because my mind is nonstop running. It nonstop. No. And I think about this stuff all the time. But let me get this up here. And so you guys seem to like it too, so that's why. No, yeah, that's what today's all about. To create a new body on this. I thought about taking metal, powdered metal, probably starting with like aluminum. But the problem with aluminum is I cannot get my hands on powdered aluminum because it's explosive. So I can't remember the micron size. I can get down to like flake powder, but I don't think I can go any lower. I'd have to look. But anyway, I thought about taking powdered metal, okay, how the whole thing works, but somehow having it so I would have to. This is where other tools that I plan on getting. No, I can't do it right now, but there's tools like I want a metal lathe. I don't want some big metal lathe. I just want a small little desktop metal lathe. Because you gotta understand, I really want to focus on building rocket motors. I really do. Building rocket motors and jet engines and stuff like that. I really want to focus in on that. But I gotta do it at a small scale. I can't have a half-size freaking rocket engine out in my backyard. That would really piss off my neighbors. And I'd probably end up going to jail for that one. So, well, no, I don't think I would. But I would turn the wrong heads. No. So, no, what the heck do they want? Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, see, the problem with powdered aluminum is, the Jetsons, it's explosive. But an idea, see, I wish I had a whiteboard, something to draw out here. Have a cone shape, okay? This is where the metal lathe would come in. Have a cone shape, and have the powdered metal injected into that, and while it's being injected into it, heat it up to where it becomes molten. And while it's in the molten stage, it'd be like a hot end, right? It'd just be like a hot end, like for our 3D printers, but it's just a lot higher temperatures. And then we'd have the nozzle where the molten material would come out, and it'd have to be instantly cold, But we would have, on a gantry and everything else. So yeah, that's my idea. They have it. They make rocket nozzles that way already. I was watching some videos on the other day. Yes, I do have a 3D modeling program. Yes, that is my whiteboard, but I need something, a whiteboard where I can be like, hey, check this out, and go. But we've thought about bringing a whiteboard in here before for that idea. We brought in a whiteboard in on a digital whiteboard in the other day. But that is one of my ideas. I got so much stuff. I got so much stuff running through my head. It drives me bonkers sometimes. It's just non-stops, and I love sharing it with y'all. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing about this is I love sharing this. So 8. I know I'm all over the place sometimes. It seems crazy, but it's just the way my mind works. Gotta see what. We still have. Yeah, exactly. They are the best when they're shared. They're. Science and technology is really what I want to focus on. That's 20 millimeters. That's 20, so that will work. And we're still going to do other stuff as well. We're still going to do our other little small side projects like, stuff for like for Jim, like ham radio stuff. We're still going to do some of that stuff. We're going to still build. We build robots. I still want to do the robot arm. Now, I don't know. Some of you know this. I've spoken about this to a few in my chat, but the robot arm. I want to take one of the main reasons why I want to do the robot arm is because I want to put an extruder on the end of the robot arm. Really? Do you think it would? Yeah, but they're pretty expensive though, aren't they? Exactly. Yeah. It constantly. The problem I have is I have multiple ideas. I have ideas bouncing off one another from like 10 years ago. That's my problem. You're back again. Welcome back. I wonder if I could. The other thing is, I'm going to start reaching out to a lot more companies. I've reached out before and in the past, and I've reached out just not too long ago, but I'm gonna start start putting a big push on reaching out to companies, and that might be a company I want to reach out to. Say, hey, send me the nozzle. This, do you want to see how well? Let's see what I can do, and tell them I'm gonna squeeze molten metal through it. That might get their interest in that one. One of the I am pushing to get to Murph. I don't have it up today, but I'm going to be doing a donation drive. I'm going to need help to get to Murph. I'm going to need help. I figured out how much it's going to cost total, and I'm going to split that cost right down the middle, and I'm going to reach out. E3D, yeah. Yeah, I know, right? Well, maybe it's a good thing, actually. It's probably a good thing, so that way we both stay out of jail. Oh yeah. Yeah. So. Are you? Yeah, it's a 7-hour. It's a 7-hour drive for me. I can cover all the expenses, but I can't. Jail's too much. I can cover all my expenses except for the car run. I need to rent a car to get out there. That's my thing, and I'm going to be pushing up a drive here to see where that goes. I meant to put it up today, but I'm gonna reach out to the community and see if ask for a hand. But I'll get that also. I'll work on that later today. Urf is only like 3 hours for me. I'll drive my personal car down to that. Yes, an 18-hour drive for you. Royal Anomi, I drove from Houston, Texas, here to my house. I stopped once for fuel. I stopped more than once. I left Houston with a load. Went up to a truck stop someplace. No, made sure I was all stocked up with food. It's towards the end of the weekend, so I had plenty of stuff. Made sure my truck's all packed with stuff I needed. Drove halfway, stopped, got more fuel, and drove the rest of the way home. Non-stop. Da Vinci, welcome in. How are you doing, my friend? Okay, so we're good with this. Let's the GPS or your phone directions say it's 20 hours, but we all know what happened to you. MRF. What about MRF? Murph. Murph, you're asking what it is? Murph is a it's a Midwest Rap Festival. It's we're a bunch of creators and 3D printers and it's basically a bunch of nerds. It's all a bunch of nerds all come together and hug one another and show off things. If that's what you're asking me. Yeah, it's an event. It is in Goshen. It's up by Notre Dame somewhere. Is that Notre Dame? It's up by South Bend. Goshen, I think, right? Goshen, yeah, Goshen, Indiana. There are three of them. There's one that we just had over the weekend. Goshen. There's one week that just took place out in Colorado. That was just over the weekend. Then here in what's 58 days now, so it's like every 2 months. There's one in Goshen, Indiana, and then there's one here end of September, I think, isn't it? End of September, going into October. I think it's last week of September, maybe it might be August. In the fall, there's one in the fall in Bel Air, Maryland. So yeah, I did the one. It's called EARF, East Coast Rep Rap Festival, but that was. It's now changed. It's now called Printopia. This year will be Printopia. I did that last year. That was my first event. This year is going to be the MRF and then EARF. So I'll hit those this year. And then there is a Smurf. There's one they call Smurf. Yeah, but that's over. That's over. Where is that again? That's overseas. It's over in the UK somewhere. Nerf. I know, right? Would that'd be what? Northeast. Northern. Yeah, there should be more, you know. But then there are those little there's little maker camps. There's little festivals and stuff. We're just rambling along here on this. I would love there. I tell you what, there is an event that's over there, and I think there's one here on the West Coast. Can't remember what it's called, but it starts with an I. Builderbot, that's your... Yeah, you did mention something about that before. There's an innovation festival, but this is like big, like these are the big boys, like big boy and girls. These are the big wigs, the big shots. These are like corporations that come to that come to get together. Not little people like us. These are, I can't remember what it's called though, but some of the you better make sure you get to that. Royal Nubby, thank you for stopping by. Have a beautiful day. Everybody, if y'all don't remember, if y'all don't know, Royal Nubby is a streamer as well, all into 3D printing stuff. She had a stream last night, and she doesn't, I tell her all the time to give herself a shout out when she's in here, but she doesn't. All she does is changes my lights to red and causes problems. We all know how she made it from that trip in 18 hours. We all know how she did that. There's Royal Nubby. NBC, make sure you guys check them out. Oh no, that probably took you to, okay, that's the wrong one. That took it to her channel. Well, she does have her own channel as well too. Some pretty cool true crime stuff. So I completely shout out the wrong channel. So we will give you the proper. But make sure you follow her on that channel too. So there it is, BC to 3D. That's the correct one that I was mentioning about the 3D printing stuff. And she was just on last night. Awesome person. Can't wait to meet her. Give them a follow. Yeah. my disclaimer's not working today. Yeah, it's all on Facebook stuff. It's all like they just do Facebook things. My thing with Murph is just going to be a day trip. I cannot let my dogs go for that long. I'll have somebody come in and just kind of be sure they have food and water, but it would be a day trip for me. I'd actually drive out. I'd leave at like midnight Friday or Saturday morning, like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. Do the 7-hour drive, head out there, hang out, and then when Murph hang out to about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and then drive back. That's how I'd have to do it. I wouldn't be able. I can't stay there. I thought about getting a table for Printopia, but I don't think I'm going to. There's a lot involved in the table. Obviously, to have to stay there, even though it's almost only 3 hours away from me, I'd obviously have to stay there, and I'd have my dogs have to, consider being away for 3 to 4 days. And I would have to. I'd be focused on the table. I like going to these. I loved. I went to Earth last year. Just me myself went down there for a day, and I loved that. I met up with a person, became friends with them. That Toby, I mentioned it the other day about Toby. You'll see him pop in chat from time to time. Met up with him down there, and we walked around, and he was brand new into 3D printing. And we walked around and had a good time down there. So I want to make sure I would love to have a table to show things off, but it would be more of like I wouldn't really. No, I like the idea of going down there, just enjoying a day and just walking around and be free. I don't want to be bound to something. That's a day for me. I'd love to network with more designers. So you were down there last year. I was down there last year too. Yeah, see, that's the thing, Builder, but when I go to these events, that's why I'm doing a push for the Earth, or for the Murph. I want to go there and I want to talk to them. I want to talk to these companies. I spoke with a bunch of companies when I was down at Earth, and IC3D was one of them. I got a bunch of filament from IC3D to test out, because we actually did it. Remember, we were testing out their filament. They wanted to see if their filament was conductive, so they gave me a bunch of their filament, and which turns out it wasn't. But yeah, I really want to start getting in there with these companies, and to be honest with you, I think it will work. I really do, because I'm bringing something completely different to the table. Walk up to when I walked around and was showing off that hydrogen generator, especially when I went to Protopasta. When I went to Protopasta, it said, "Here, this is made out of your filament. This generates hydrogen." They're like, "What?" They're like, "What?" John from Thangs was just blown away. He just he's like, "You're kidding me." He's like, "This?" It's like, "Yeah." Then he asked if I was ever going to put it up on the site. I was like, well, maybe someday I will. Tech Cheaper, welcome in, my friend. How are you doing today? IC3D, when I showed them that, they were just blown away. They didn't know what to think, and that's when they said, here's our filament. Try it. It's like, okay. Like, I will try it. Okay, so can't complain myself, my friend. That's a new body. Let's make this a new body. I don't think we can make this a new body. Yeah, we can. Take that to 16. Don't cut this. You did not cut that. Okay, good deal. So I need to move this body. Because that's down in there and out of the way. So this is going to be our fuel and air coming in. I would love to get my hands on a canister of oxygen. That would probably make a bunch of fire. I don't know who you are. Forgot. Sorry, I did not realize my phone was not on mute. We should probably, we should probably check to make sure that's printing well. It is. See, my lights go off for events, and that was I think that was an event, but it doesn't show me what just happened. Whatever happened, I guess. When they do that pink flash and saying, "Hey, something's going on at your stream. You better look at it." But I just there's so many events. There's so many. I think it might have welcomed. Now I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what it's doing. Half broken sometimes. Okay, so I need to get these little guys here. These little guys right here. Let's bring this up on the big screen. Face cam. There we go. Move this over. Oh yeah. What is the thickness of this? Oh, they're only 2 millimeters, so we need to drill holes in here. 2 millimeters. This is where our fuel, this is going to be the part for our fuel and air to come into. I also thought about, see here I am going to changing the whole, like off in a different thing again. I also thought about taking sorry about that. I also thought about taking my MIG welder, which has been done before. Some people have done it without success, and I thought about doing it as well, probably without success. Taking the ender stuff that I have and mounting. No, I thought about giving it a try myself, but mounting my my MIG welder to it. But I would have to do. We would have to do we would have to do a bigger, a bigger frame. We could take the parts from the Ender 3 that I have. Well, I put it in a box now, but we would have to take the parts from the Ender 3 and put that in a bigger frame. We wouldn't go high on the Z. We'd only go maybe like 100 millimeters on the Z at first, but we would do like maybe 400 by 400 and try to see if we can get the that MIG to work as a 3D printer. People have tried it. But they have failed at it. And I thought about possibly trying the failure at it as well. So there's a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of stuff I want to do. Take this all the way through. If there's anything on this design, this guy right here, this is what we need to really concentrate on, because there's really no channel or nothing for it. This is where we really need to work on the gasket, because this is where the fuel would actually be in contact with it, and then fuel and air right here. This needs to be clamped down here and smushed down here pretty good to make a nice tight seal. I actually might get some kind of silicone gasket making stuff and do that. I think that would be I think it would be best if I get some kind of sealant of gasket maker to put here when I screw these two together. Oh, they're good. I studied them. I watched some of these creators, some of these people put their MIG welder on a 3D printer. Crossed my fingers hoping it worked. I applaud him for that, and I studied it. I don't know if you want to say study it, but so we gotta figure out how long these screws are. And I thought it's like, how can we do it? What can we do differently that they're not doing? Yes, exactly. Going in there and talking to reps, company owners, tell them no. Like go to the Obsidian nozzle. No, go to E3D and say, listen, this is what I'm doing with your. No, I'm doing things like this with your product. No, what can you do for me? Like the mower blades, the mower blades, the mower blades that we're doing. Okay, this is from Snow Labs. Okay, this is Snow Labs polycarbonate carbon fiber. Okay, so when I get this done with Snow Labs, one of the first things I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be tweeting it out, and I'm going to be saying no. I'm going to be reaching out to companies, and I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to go. No, I'm going to tag them in all my tweets and say, hey, I'm doing this. Send me your strongest filament. Do you want bragging rights? Send me your strongest filaments. So yeah, that kind of stuff. Yes, many successes were mistakes as well. I fully 100% agree on that. I have a lot of failures here on this channel, a lot of failures, and you guys witness them, and I enjoy sharing them with you. But the thing we made might have failed, but the idea is still there, and we learn from it, and we figure out why did it fail, how did it fail, what can we do better. I've always been driven that way. Everything comes to it's all trial and error. I don't know what the heck I'm doing here with this. I have an idea. Like like these models I've been doing lately. I have an idea. I know the theory behind it. I know how to get me close to it without having to do math. Exactly, Builder Watt. That's why I don't want to do a booth. I want the freedom to be able to walk around, and I enjoy stuff that other people do. You know, I enjoy all that stuff. I enjoy things from people. Heck, you should see some of the stuff that's on my all the people I follow on my Twitter or on my Twitch. You know, I have a person on there that does makeup, that puts makeup on. That's all she does, is just puts makeup. She's been really venturing into cosplay with it. Like, she does like really cool stuff with her, like with makeup on her face, like really bizarre, like cool stuff. I enjoy watching what other people know, what other people do. From that to I have people that knit. Yeah, whatever it is, you know, from 3D printing to whatever it is you do, you know, I enjoy it all. I enjoy watching people make stuff. I enjoy watching people create stuff, and it doesn't matter what the media is. I enjoy it all. It's so fascinating to sit down there and watch somebody go through and make something, right? Like Gigi Jack. Gigi Jack's one of them. I do a lot of. I'll pop in there from time to time. I do a lot of lurking in his streams. Most of the time I'm driving or I'm working on something else. But Gigi Jack, actually, just give him a shout out here. Gigi Jack does a bunch. He does those bracelets, those paracord, I think it is. That parachute cord stuff. He does that stuff and makes bands bracelets and stuff out of that stuff. And he just rips right through it like it's nothing. Paracord, yeah, there you are. I love watching that stuff. And then I'll go and find him doing that. And then later on, he streams a lot actually. I'll go back later that day or the next day and find him doing there's his channel right there. Make sure you guys are heading over there and check him out. He's an awesome person. But I'll find him doing like playing this really cool I think it's an RPG game. I don't know. It's like some kind of retro game. Something. It might be new, but it reminds me of like the old Zelda games. But I love watching it. It's like some kind of community thing he's built, like a village kind of thing. And then he's doing his own emotes. And I tell you what, I'm going to reach out to you one of these days. Stardew Valley, there you go. One of these days, I would love for you to do a commission for me for some emotes. I would love to do that. I would love to work with you on doing some emotes. But yeah, the awesome. He's awesome at drawing emotes. Just awesome at it. And I just sit there and watch it and just like, wow, that's pretty cool. That's stuff I can't do that stuff. I can't do it, but I love watching him do that stuff. Okay. And of course, we cannot forget our friend BuilderBot. If you want some very, very bad advice, make sure you go over and see him. I don't know why that just came up as bang. If you need that bad advice for the week, go see BuilderBot. He'll give you all the bad advice you need. He's also a sponsor of this channel. I consider him to be a sponsor. He allows me to print his stuff, which I haven't done, by the way, yet. I have not printed any of your stuff yet. No, so that whole side I haven't done any. You would. I have enough respect to let you know when I start doing that stuff. But he does do things in the background for the stream. He does support me. Thank you, by the way, for that. You're willing to talk to anyone. Yeah. Okay, so we got the holes there. Oh yeah, I was measuring this. That's what I was doing. Measuring this. We need to figure out how far we need to make this. The thing is printing right now is going to take like 4 more hours to print. Oh, BuilderBot, I did send you that file. I did see your message that you're going to try to print it. You don't. That's I sent that to you just for the heck of it, buddy. If you don't need it, don't print it. You know, I don't want to see. That's a lot of filament. I don't want to see you waste filament. I just sent it over just to say, hey, here, check this out. That size is for the standard chip. It is 39 or 40 millimeter. I think it's 40 millimeter. I don't know what I did with it, but it's the holes are 40 millimeter, and I don't know what size the chips you made, but that one is for the 40 millimeter. I do have a larger one. It's like 54 millimeter, I think, for the maker chips themselves. I think I do have a larger size for that. I'll send that to you if you want that too. Thank you. Yeah, I haven't printed any of that stuff yet. You definitely you would definitely know what I print and the amount. Yeah, if yours is 40, that one is designed for 40. The one I sent to you is designed for 40. The other one is designed for like 54 or 56. But yeah, no. And any of your files, any of your files that you've sent me that I have access to, if I would, whatever I would print from that, I haven't done it yet, but whatever I would print from that to sell would be all categorized, would be all inventoried. So you know how many I'm printing, what I printed, and what I sold. I think that's just just respectful to do it that way. Okay, so I'm still flobbering around here. Flobbering around, is that a word? It is now. Okay, so 20 millimeters. So these are 20 millimeter long. So these are what's going to hold this in place. So 20 millimeters. I think this is 16 millimeters. From here to here is what, 16 millimeters. So how far down is 16 millimeters on this? What time is it? Got a few more minutes. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's something I'm definitely going to start focusing on. What's it going to hurt, you know? So if we come down 12, and that will give me 8. I need to see how far down this is. I think this is 8. So from this point here to this point here is what, 14? Ooh. So we can actually make this, let's clean this up here. We can actually make this, clean this up. Let's create another sketch on top of this one. Every time I hear this song, it reminds me of KB3D because he plays it in his background. Which I would like to know. I see him pop up from time to time, but I'd like to know how he's doing. I could reach out to him. I hope his move and everything was all successful. He hasn't streamed for a while. I'd like to see him come back to stream, but I can understand it being busy. Can I get away with 4mm on this? No, I cannot. That's gonna be too close. So we can probably do a 4.5. So this is probably a 4.5. Do it 4.5. Now this is what I'm doing right here is to recess this down into it a little bit. Ramon, welcome in, my friend. How are you doing today? Yeah, that would be that's definitely would be hard to do. You know what we should probably do? We should probably take these up a little bit bigger. We cannot go too much bigger because we need to worry about this part here. So we'll do these at 4.5. We'll keep them at 4.5. All okay here, huh? Well, I'm glad you're having a good day. It's what? It's supper time for you there, isn't it? It's what, sun's way down. It's what, you're 6 hours ahead of us. Aw, oh, son of a gun. I completely forgot to pull chicken. I don't have any meat thawed right now. What can I do for supper tonight? Well, I guess I can do raviolis. I'll do raviolis for tonight. Yeah, I'll do raviolis. I make my own raviolis, and I freeze them. So I'll do some raviolis. I have enough for. Yeah, I got another serving, another dinner left for. A bit lame. You're in the middle, 6 hours ahead and 6 hours in the past. Yes, Builder Robot does. That's what he owns there, and yes, he was the first person to chime in to say, "You're doing what now?" When he's like, "Please tell me you're not." What was it? He said, "Please tell me you're not actually like real motor blades." Yeah. So he is the expert there for that. For this shenanigans that we're doing here with the motor blades. This is no. He's the expert for this one. I'll blame him. So I guess that thinking about it, what I said earlier in the stream, I guess today's stream was just basically me reaching out, I guess if you want to look at it this way, me reaching out of an idea that I have and seeing what the community thinks about it, and I'm kind of a little overwhelmed, to be honest with you. I was wondering what you guys' outtake was going to be, because I was going to do it without telling anybody, which would have probably been bad. But I think I'm kind of glad that I talked to you guys about it. It's kind of reassuring that to know that this is actually working. So thank you. So we can recess that. That will be good. That's kind of really thin print there, but that'll be fine. Oh boy, that's going to be a little tough right there, isn't it? Well, that's okay. We can do something else about that. All right, so now for the inlet. You do not sponsor that project. Hey, you could. Hey, I'll. We'll make these. We'll see how they go, and then you can feature these in your shop. How's that? You can print them and print mower blades, printable mower blades for your shop. What do you guys think? Do you think this will work? I mean, this is a lot bigger than the one that I have being metal printed. This is going to be a lot pressurized. That's going to be a bunch of pressure behind this one. This is just going to be an air compressor. Yeah. The one that's coming that's been printed out metal, that is a whole different beast on its own. That one might be a while before we can work on that because your insurance isn't high enough for that. That one might be a little while because we would have to really understand that beast. That's a lot of pressure I'm going to be putting through there. And there's some pretty dangerous stuff we'll be putting through. We'll be running kerosene through that, and we'll be running probably about maybe at least 50% hydrogen peroxide through it. Most likely, I'll probably try to do 80% hydrogen peroxide. So that could cause some damage. So I gotta be we have to do that. We have to know what we're doing with that one. This though, this will be fine. This one will be fine. This is the inside of it. So this will be fine. Came out pretty nice. This is a really nice print though. Printed very, very nicely. Too bad we're gonna destroy it. Should print up another one though. If I do, I should print another one. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll print another one. This is like what, 6 parameters. I'll print another one, but I'll do it down to 2 parameters, right? Just small. Same size and all, but we'll do like a 2 parameter one on this one to save some filament, and then I'll just have it on display. Yeah, we'll do the other part, and we'll keep it on display. But this one, yeah, this is gonna be interesting. I don't know what this is going to do. I don't know. It's gonna make some fire, I can tell you that, but I'm not sure. You know what? If I'm going to be picking up some of that sealant, some of the gasket maker for this up here, if I'm picking that up, you might as well just not print a TPU gasket and just do this. Just seal it with this. That way we don't have to worry about that. So we can just seal this with the gasket maker stuff and then smush it together. That would be better than stuff. No, printing out a TPU gasket for this. I think we'll do it that way. I think I have some of that copper gasket stuff. I think we're going to wrap it up for the day. This is a complete pop-up stream. I will be here for my tomorrow stream, for my scheduled stream. Make sure you guys know, go to my homepage, check out my schedule. I do have a schedule up now. And I don't even think I shouted this out or anywhere. I just kind of went live. But thank you all for listening to my little rant and my idea. It really meant a lot to hear your opinions on it. I do take all that stuff into consideration. And now we're going to find someone to head off to. I'll tell you where we go. I haven't gone to this guy for a while. Get back into my dashboard. But with me not pulling chicken and having to redo my... I keep around 2 hours anyway, so... I gotta go and start supper because I gotta get my broth and all, or not my broth. I'm gonna stew some tomatoes to add into it and stuff. So yeah, I gotta get some things done around the house and stuff. I will be back again tomorrow. Look for me from 12 Eastern time. No, 12:30, whenever I get back from work and take a nap. So I'm not too crazy. But again, thank you for listening to my ideas. I think I have an idea of the direction I want to take, what I want to do. And how I want to approach it. So thank you for all your input on that. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me. Everybody have a beautiful day. We're going to head off to the Free Heathen. Looks like he's painting. What the hell's he got printing? Or printed? So, did he make a grid fitting? Oh no, he didn't. Heading off to the Free Heathen. See everybody over there. Have a wonderful day. Hopefully see you tomorrow. And then this weekend when we set this off. We'll have to figure this out because I want to make sure I'm in there celebrating with Pestilence. So we'll got to figure some things out. You missed the last part? Need a turn up and carrot emote. Here's Free Heathen. You all have a great day. See ya.